Pagani is a manufacturer of some of the greatest hypercars in the world. As of 2021, they are 29 years old. It was founded by Horacio Pagani, the former Lamborghini engineer. So today we're gonna jump in and find out if they're underrated or overrated. Let's go. Starting with the Pagani C12, revealed in 1999 at the Geneva Motor Show. It featured a 6-liter V12 with 395 horsepower, which if you think about supercars and hypercars today is not a lot. You get that much in like an A45S AMG. It is a super rare, super unique car, and the original Pagani Zonda C12 is absolutely underrated. Next up, we've got the Pagani Zonda C12S and Roadster. It used a 7-liter V12 with quite an increase in horsepower. It went from this to this. And so the Pagani Zonda C12S is really what we came to know. It's the one that Richard Hammond tested on Top Gear and absolutely fell in love with. I gotta say that the C12S is also an underrated car. Next up, we've got the Pagani Zonda F. The F stands for Fangio, being Jean-Manuel Fangio. Although I gotta say that this car is a little bit overrated. It's based on the C12S. It uses a lot of the same parts. Yes, it's been modernized, but overall it is the same car underneath. It's an overrated car. Next up, we've got the Pagani Zonda R. The Zonda R weighs just a smidge over a ton and has a 6-liter V12 engine. It is a track day only car, but that is awesome.
Most British racetracks have noise limits, which this breaches.
The engine from this Zonda R was sourced from the Mercedes CLK GTR. I think that is absolutely incredible. Although in saying that, you cannot drive this thing anywhere and you have to pretty much be a billionaire to use one and own one, so the Zonda R is a correctly rated car. Next up, we've got the Pagani Zonda Cinque. The Zonda Cinque is the road-going version of the absolutely bonkers Zonda R. Although in saying that, it uses a different engine, but it retains a lot of the carbotanium, the carbon fiber titanium parts that unique Zonda R had. Only 5 Cinques were ever made, making it an incredibly rare car. They came in beautiful colors. The Cinque is underrated. Next up, we've got the Pagani Zonda Tricolore, meaning 3 colors in Italian. Initially, this was supposed to be only 1 car, but they eventually made 3. As much as it doesn't build upon the other Zondas, it's a cool car nonetheless. It's got some incredible performance statistics, 670 horsepower and a 0 to 100 time of 3.2 seconds. For that, I gotta say that it's underrated. Next up, we've got the Pagani Huayra. The Pagani Huayra featured active aero and was a complete redesign from the Zonda. This time Pagani used a 6-liter twin turbocharged V12 Mercedes engine with a whopping 730 horsepower. Not to mention the Huayra's beautiful interior. I think it's one of the coolest interiors in any car. Buying a Huayra is buying a piece of art, and I think that's an awesome thing. So it's truly an underrated car. Next up, we've got the Pagani Huayra Roadster. Simply put, when you have a twin turbocharged Mercedes V12 with 730 horsepower in a convertible, that is straight away a recipe for awesomeness. The Huayra has some of the most outrageous turbo whooshing noises ever put in a car. Take a listen to this. The Huayra Roadster is truly an underrated car. Next up, we've got the Pagani Huayra BC. BC stands for Benny Caiola, who is a friend of Horacio Pagani. This car is like the Superleggera of Huayras. It's a little bit lighter, a little bit faster, has an aggressive aero package and some new LED lights up front. But overall, I gotta say, I think this car is overrated. All Superleggera versions of supercars are quite unnecessary if you think about it. Lamborghini Gallardo and Superleggera, I know it's lighter and it's a little bit more hardcore, but on the street, that 100 kilos that you save makes absolutely no difference. I think it's a bit overrated. Now, last but not least, we have Pagani's special order and custom built models. Pagani obviously has its standard models.
Standard.
Well, not that there's any standard model with any Pagani, but then they also did versions bespoke for clientele, like Lews Hamilton and the Pope. Yes, it's nice to make it bespoke, make it yours, choose the colors and things like that, but the whole stigma around it is just ridiculous, and I think that custom-made special order cars are a bit overrated. Goodbye.